Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Where is everyone? Wake up, let's go. Just kidding. I already have like 50 people here. That's awesome. I see Deborah, I see Robbie. What a group. All right, come on, come on, come on. So today I'm completely backed up. My face looks a little tired because I've been awake for a very long time. And we have a very lot more to do. I'm not even sure if that sentence makes sense, actually. So the membership platform will be out by 4 o'clock today. So as you've seen the email this morning, it says make sure you check your email at 4 o'clock. And again, it's still a little bit of a tease, right? Like, hey, be there at 4 o'clock. But we are up to, I think, 8,100 email open today. So it is known by many people. And that number's been increasing. In fact, we spoke with Salesforce last week, and we upgraded our plan to be sending 300,000 a day. Now, as of now, we only send, I think, 87,000. And of course, we can send up to 11 million, right? Like we have our own servers. But we're not paying for the access to send up to 11 million. Well, we don't have 11 million to send. But we will move up to 300,000, I would say within 2-3 weeks. Now, of course, that's a bit of an ambitious task, right? Like you're going to just have 220,000 new people accept your email, but people happen to like us, so that's a good thing. So we've been relatively quiet over the last month because we've been building. In fact, it's almost been embarrassing in how much we've been building because I've let everything else kind of just go by the wayside. And that's not to be confused with, oh, you decided just not to deal with stuff. Well, I guess it actually is what it means, but it's not to be confused with, oh, you've allowed things to get to a point where you're unable to deal with them. There's certain skill sets everyone has. My background is in finance. I spent God knows how many years on Wall Street. And I do know everyone that's in RHINO. In fact, if you add all of the equity investors plus all the RHINO investors in terms of people that own coin, you're up to, I believe, like 415 people. Now, of those 415 people, what is my belief that I could go ahead and complete our fundraising so that we can complete the launch that we're doing? 100%. Now, between now and then, it might require that I make like a bazillion phone calls. It might require that I'm a little bit more nudgy than usual, but that's fine. I work on behalf of RHINO. It's not that I wake up and I say, oh man, I can't wait to do this for me. No, it's I can't wait to do this for RHINO. And when people in RHINO forget that it's a partnership and they kind of just pass the buck, I notice it, and that's fine, right? Like that's human nature. But if I call, it's like, you gotta get off your butt, let's get going. So that will be done from Tuesday to Friday of this week because today I have to finish the membership. Now, I did show a lot of the membership. Let me add a little bit more. So we did get approval from OpenAI, Elon Musk's company, to be able to create a chatbot of the DaVinci 3, which is the ChatGPT, to use for our membership site. So that chatbot will be live on every single page, in which case when you're on the membership, you can, oh, well, I'm confused. I don't know where to go. I want to build a workout program. I want to do this. I want to do that. You just ask the bot. It's going to tell you exactly what to do. And we have it primed to give you a 1,000-word response, if need be, right? Write me a 1,000-word poem about eating sandwiches. You'll get it. Also, because that wasn't enough for us, we went ahead and partnered, or not partnered, but we got approval through Microsoft to combine or integrate their Azure platform, which is their AI platform. So not only is our AI ChatGPT, but it's ChatGPT times Azure, which kind of equals like the strongest AI that's available, and it's free within our membership, right? So that's pretty cool. What else? So in the membership platform, we've understood that when someone is looking to change a career or attain a new career or whatever they're looking to do, there are steps to it. It's almost like, I remember when I was a teenager, my car was not the best car. And a friend of mine was like, hey, Aunt, you really got to get a new car. And I was thinking to myself, like, do you think I did not know that? Do you think I didn't know that I'm pouring water into my coolant tank because there's a hole in it and I never thought of like, oh, I need a new car? But the reality is, to get the new car, there's steps you need to take, most notably money, right? So in completing any type of career change or attaining a new anything, there are steps. So there's finances, there's confidence, there's self-promotion, there's wellness, there's getting sleep, exercise, eating. There's a whole putting together a resume, a professional portfolio, creating a website, surrounding yourself around good people, having the right resources, having the right support system, and also creating a curriculum that does integrate with your current schedule, allows you to respect your family and what they expect of you, and at the same time create X amount of hours to learn the new curriculum, to then go get certified, to then get the job. That sounds exhausting just saying it, but that sentence is far more true than, oh, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at getting a new job. You see, one sentence actually is steps and goals that will get you there. The other sentence is pie in the sky, where you want to tell the person, oh yeah, good, you do that. Because the person that says the second sentence never gets a new job because they never went ahead and did it. So the platform that we've built out will actually do all that for you. Now, how does it do it? Well, we have to go ahead and calculate the schedules in the day and where does this fit in, where does that fit in. But what we found is that whenever you're working with someone, if you could go ahead and put together a complete, say, 14-day schedule that breaks down every day as if like you're on a vacation, this is your itinerary, well, then the individual knows, okay, he or she looks at a schedule, okay, at 2:15, I got to do this, at 2:20, I got to do this. And the point of it, or at least the goal of it, is if you could complete an hour, if you could complete 2 hours, if you could complete a day, if you could complete 2 days, and you see where I'm going with this, every step leads to the next, and as long as you stay on pace, then 14 days go by and you completed everything. Now you're in the position to do what you want to do. We've always found that that level of self-accountability is the most difficult thing for anyone to do, because it's very easy to say, I'll do this tomorrow. And then later becomes never, and that's just the way people work. I think we're probably like the best procrastinators like ever in the history of the world. So we have built that completely out, which I'm completing today. What's even more special about, so the entire platform is built on job placement, right? So we've identified that there's hundreds of available jobs where the curriculum is public, the certifications are public, the entry-level salary is 80,000 plus, and the requirements are fairly low because the population as a whole are so underwhelmingly educated on the things that need to be done over the next 10 years. So it kind of sets up like a really good, you don't need to be an entrepreneur anymore. That was cool for a couple of years, and it's still cool, like, hi, my name is Anthony. But there are many people that are like, let me just get that good job that I could be with for decades, that has the 401k, has all this, and I can learn through it. That's what we're doing. So that's all free, right? Like, that's totally cool. That's like when you go to the mall and, they have the free samples. And that's a pretty good free sample, everything I just described to you. Within that platform, we will have our RHINO programs. So RHINO Wealth just sent out a option research today for a stock that we believe it's going to pop in the relatively near term. And that's all algorithmic, technical, whatever, all the stuff we put together. Also, there will be RHINO Email, which is a new platform. Like, I didn't even build it yet. But because we are actually pretty good at attaining new emails on a daily basis, we have a system in place that I would like to teach everyone. So we're just going to do it for like $5, right? $5, lifetime access. I would like to turn it into like a weekly thing, some type of recurring, just because that's the way RHINO operates. And if I can, I will, but I'm not sure that's scalable, right? Like, I don't know if I'm going to have the time to go ahead and scrape 100,000 emails to divvy it up and send it to like 100,000 people. Like, that just won't make sense. So it might just be a one-time. So that'll be that. What else do we have? There's RHINO. Oh, promptology. So I want to say pioneer, but it's really not pioneering anymore. Like, we've opined, we've said it out loud. We haven't built it yet, so we didn't pioneer anything. We just predicted. With that being said, we own all the domains. So that kind of is like you pioneer, like we own all the assets. So promptology.com, .ai, .co, .usa, .biz, I think even, we own all of them. And promptology, by the Latin root word, is the study of prompts. And what we believe over the next 10 years especially is going to be the most important skill set one could have with the advent of AI and the explosion of it. It's not how talented you are anymore. It's how smart you are in terms of being able to engineer prompts for the AI to find it. So if you think about the AI, it's like a blender. And the smoothie is going to be as good as the input you put in. So if your smoothie has just like I don't know, strawberries and grass, it's probably not going to taste so great. But if my smoothie has strawberries, melon, almond milk, whatever the case may be, some ice, it's going to taste better. Meaning the onus is on the individual that is actually prompting, the individual is actually behind it. So for instance, if you go to, ChatGPT or something, or any type of AI, and you're like, hey, what's the 10 best movies? Or what's the best chicken pot pie recipe? You're going to get a very general answer because it's a very general question. But what if the other person goes, hey, in the style of Gordon Ramsay, what is the chicken pot pie recipe that he would go ahead and would make for his daughter Tilly? Now the AI is going to know who Gordon Ramsay is, and act as an expert. They're going to know who his daughter is. They're going to know that's his favorite person in the entire world. They're going to know bop, bop, bop. And the point is that prompt engineer is going to produce a much different answer, hey Frida, and a much more valuable response. So the person that knows how to create that second prompt is going to be more valuable than the person that creates the first prompt. The point being, we are creating a program of that. It'll be like $5 a week. Like, we really like that $5 a week mark. Maybe even $1 a week. We just want the reoccurrings coming in because it all goes into RHINO, which is the RHINO platform, right? RHINO Bucks. I believe there was another thing. So RHINO Agency. So the membership site that we built, we've actually built it as an agency model, meaning we're able to clone all of our assets and allow any individual to have it as their own, which is pretty cool because obviously not only are we going to be doing our own marketing and all of our own creation, but then we could go ahead and give it to you. So you could kind of just sit there and say, hey, listen, RHINO's doing all this work and I'm able to produce it as my own business. We will have a fee for that. It'll probably be like $30 a week or $40 a week. But the point of it is, well, if it's a successful platform and it's making all these reoccurrings every single week, well, then it would behoove you to go ahead and claim all those reoccurrings for yourself. If we're giving you all the marketing that's successful for us, if we're giving you all the different email sequences that are successful for us, and we're giving you all the AI that we're using for ourselves, like for instance, we have this one sequence built out where we'll make a YouTube video, and then the AI will go ahead and take it and chop it 33 different times in the parameters of the 33 different platforms it's going to. So YouTube videos are longer than, say, Instagram Reels, or longer than Snapchat, or longer than TikTok, but each one of them has an ideal time. And the AI not only is it going to bring it down to the ideal time, but it's also going to remove the watermarks. So it will look like upon each posting that you use that exact platform and post it for yourself. Now, of course, we're not going to sell any of that to you. Why would we? You're going to be an agency partner. We want you to do as well as possible. In fact, we want you to make $1 bazillion, because $1 bazillion that you make, guess what it does for RHINO? Not only are you going to be retained on that weekly membership plan, but the awareness of who RHINO is grows. And again, it always comes down to RHINO Bucks. We've always said this the entire time. RHINO Bucks is everything. Because once we go ahead and exhaust that supply, that's when the true magic happens. So if you have RHINO Bucks in your platform and you do $1 bazillion, well, guess what happens to the ownership of RHINO Bucks? Duh, right? Also in the platform will be RHINO Street, which is totally free. So again, the more people that we bring on agencies, so when we're able to show that the model works and that it's a turnkey operation where you can go ahead and say, okay, $40 for the agency, I'm going to make $200 a week and I have to do nothing. In fact, Anthony is going to email me and say, okay, it's Monday, we're doing this, you should do that too. Well, duh, that's pretty easy. In fact, I would probably buy like 17 agencies. So that's the goal, to have that ready by the end of the week. So the goal for today is to have a 4 o'clock email out where we're able to start enrolling individuals into RHINO membership. RHINO Hub. Oh yeah, so we bought rhinohub.co. Thank you, Carl. In fact, he emailed me and told me about that. So we did do it. So that's going to be the URL for it, which I think might take a little time. So that'll be the URL by tomorrow. I'm not getting to that today. And we can start taking pre-enrollment because we're going to launch it for Monday of next week, which means we could go ahead and write that email out today. Hey, this is what it is. This is what it's going to do. Bop, 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 bop. I have to record a video for it, and I have to get that email out. And then I also have to go ahead and put together, at least here on the West Coast of Canada. Oh, hey, hi, Renee. Then I also have to put together my investor investor presentation that I'm going to give to every single person throughout the entirety of this week. But obviously it has to make sense, right? Okay, this is where we are, this is what we expect, this is how everything works, we're there, this is what we need. And then once that's done, it's like, let's go kick some butt. So that's kind of everything, I think. Oh, also, so for RHINO Street, there is a new upgrade that will be pushed through live by the end of the week. It is already pushed through live that you can go ahead and sign up for RHINO Street and input your street address in the USA, and on the maps, the pin will reflect the exact latitude and longitude of your street address as per your zip code, right? If everyone is in zip code 07728, it'll just be one pin and everyone will be there. But if one's on 123 Main Street and the other one's on 123 Jones Street, well, those are different pins because they're different addresses within the same zip code. The upgrade that will be pushed through by the end of the week is we'll be able to do that globally. So RHINO Street will globally be allow anyone to input their exact address, in which case the pin is going to show on the map their exact address. And the point of that, obviously, is that no matter where you are in the world, if you type in like pizza and 5 pizza places come up, you'll be able to see the pin of the results in proximity to your location. So, you know, Mike's Pizza is 1 mile away, Fred's is 2 miles away, Roscoe's is 3 miles away, and you can make the decision which pizza place you want to go to. So that'll be done by the end of the week. The RHINO bot for the membership will probably be done by tomorrow, but I'm giving that department till the end of the week because, you know, we don't need it till Monday. I think that's it. I do actually want to cite something, right? So last week when we made the decision to fortify RHINO bucks, there is, you know, I come out here and I don't want to say I act all cool, right? Because I don't. But a lot of what I do is sharing my beliefs out loud. And the thing about beliefs is they're not facts, right? Like you could believe anything you want. It doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. I believe that someone's going to bring me an ice cream sandwich. Well, I don't have one, right? So I would love an ice cream sandwich, actually. The point being, though, when you put your beliefs out there, you're doing a couple of things. One, you're obviously suggesting, right? Like you're sharing something with everyone where everyone has to either A, respect you, or B, find you credible enough that they'll take that suggestion and allow it to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. But secondly, you're also putting your neck out there, right? Like if you're wrong in a very public way. And if you're wrong in a very public way, the belief, or at least the thought process, then occurs to individuals, hey, well, he was so wrong, what else is he so wrong about? And that equals its own really bad prophecy, right? Like that goes down its own cycle. The point of all this is when we went ahead and fortified RHINO, I shared out loud, and again, just by understanding the zeitgeist of RHINO, I speak to everyone in RHINO all the time. So I have a good understanding of who our people are. I made the decision that we were going to fortify it, which meant there was a decrease in the price. And the real risk was, does that spark some type of panic, right? Is that going to spark people saying, oh my God, you know, I know he said it for this reason, but I don't know about this, let me get out. In which case, that would have been a really bad thing. Because again, if any type of panic like that pursued, it's a different animal to have to deal with. And of course, we'd be able to deal with it, but it's not fun. And to the credit of RHINO, only one individual sold their position. Only one. Now, of course, there's people that normally sell 50 here, 10 there, 100 there, like that's fine. But in terms of somebody selling their entire position, it was only one person. And ever since we went ahead and fortified it, we've resumed our uptrend as if nothing ever happened. And I just want to point that out because it does mean something. Like it does tell you something. And the program and the platform that we've built out, when you could go ahead and take a look at data points like that are behavioral economics and are behavioral science, you can go ahead and say, wow, to attain this level of camaraderie, of unified vision, well, when anyone gets to this point, we have a really, really strong path going forward. And it allows you to go ahead and minimize or filter down the calculations to say, okay, once someone gets here, they're good. So we don't need to worry about this right here because we're really good here. Like once we get here, we're really good. How do we get someone from here to here? So then we could go back and focus on this. And it is the noise in the back. I'm sorry, like they have music in here, and actually, so I'm almost done, Deborah. And don't mean to do this. I do that to my son all the time. So it's love, right? And it's amazing how you could hear that. So it's a true credit to Apple that this computer is so good that you could hear that, because I could barely hear it. But anyway, so it is that recognition that allowed us to go ahead and pursue RHINO Hub, because we were able to understand that no, it's the beginning process. It's the process of how do we get together? How do we build the camaraderie? How do we build the education? How do we build all the stuff that leads us to that? And we believe that this is that bridge. And if that's the case, which I think we really thoughtfully went through and said, okay, how can we bring someone from, zero to hero, like everyone here is complete heroes because they've been with us forever. And if that's the case, then we're good. And I think that's the case. So let me go ahead and complete this today. We have good showing. This is the most people we've had on a Monday morning, and a lot of Monday mornings, so that's a good thing. So let me go ahead and complete that. I hope, well, not hope, but I will have it out by 4 p.m. So check your email, and totally cool. Like, this is amazing. So I love everyone. Sorry that my 11 minutes over. I will get back down to 10 minutes at some point in my life, I promise. And let me run. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you in the email today at 4. Bye.